Imagine becoming one of the richest rulers in history without inventing anything, without building a company, without ever setting foot in the land that made you unimaginably wealthy. King Leopold II never ruled the Congo from its forests. He ruled it from a palace thousands of miles away. And once you understand how his system worked, you'll never look at power the same way again. By the late 19th century, Europe wasn't just exploring Africa, it was dividing it. Britain wanted trade routes, France wanted influence, Germany wanted colonies. Leopold wanted something different, something no European king had ever controlled before. Not a colony, not an alliance, something far more valuable: ownership. At international conferences, he presented himself as a humanitarian, promising schools, hospitals, an end to the slave trade. European leaders applauded. The world believed it was funding charity. Instead, they'd handed one man personal control over a region nearly 80 times the size of Belgium. Now imagine you're there, not as a king, not as a soldier, just an ordinary person. One day, you're a farmer, then a quota arrives. Now, you're a laborer. Miss the quota? Now, you're a prisoner. Enforce the quota. Now, you're a guard. Record the quota. Now you're a clerk. Your clothes change. Your role changes. But something never does. Every version of you exists for one purpose: moving rubber and wealth in one direction. Toward Europe, toward investors, toward one king. This wasn't colonialism as the world understood it. It was an extraction machine, and everyone was a part it needed. The genius and the horror wasn't only violence, it was efficiency. At first, the ledgers recorded rubber, then ivory, then entire villages. Before long, a person's value could be reduced to whether a quota had been met. Each shipment increased Leopold's fortune. Each report justified a higher quota. On paper, profits were rising. Inside the Congo, entire communities were collapsing. The machine rewarded results. It rarely asked how they were achieved. That's what made it dangerous. Not that it relied on force, but that it disguised exploitation as administration. For years, the outside world saw only numbers: trade, exports, economic success. Then, missionaries, travelers, and journalists began documenting what was actually happening. One of the loudest voices belonged to Edmund Dene Morel, a shipping clerk who noticed something strange. Every week, Morel watched ships leave Belgium loaded with rifles and return overflowing with rubber. Something bothered him. If this were an honest trade, why weren't the ships carrying payment back to Africa? It was extraction, hiding in plain sight on a shipping manifest. And once that truth reached the public, the king's greatest asset, his reputation, began to collapse. Leopold lost the Congo, but something survived. Not the empire, the blueprint. Because once a system learns how to extract wealth efficiently, it doesn't need the original architect anymore. The faces change, the flags change, sometimes even the laws change, but the incentives often remain. That lands harder. The empire didn't fall overnight. It began with documents, photographs, shipping records. One investigation, one report, and one stack of documents destroyed an empire that had spent decades hiding behind paperwork. In the next episode, the evidence that brought the truth to the world and how a paper trail changed the course of history.